All God's people say amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Allen, for the invitation. Meeting minutes, Councilman, you had an opportunity to look at your meeting minutes. Are there any questions about the meeting minutes as approved today? If not, I entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes. All those in favor of approving the minutes, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Independent chair, ayes have it, and the motion carries. Item number 1 on unfinished business, we have the purchase of parcel 54-2304-18-4-000-023.00 on Hood Hill. Is there any other discussion on this matter? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve. If one is on the floor.
I make the motion to approve.
There's a motion, and the price is $100. There's a motion on the floor from Councilman Wilkins. Is there a second? Is there a second? I'll second. All those, now we're moving to discussion, so we can move into a vote. Is there any other discussion at this time on purchase property of the district? The aforementioned property.
Yeah, I think that's a good deal. We can $100 for some land. Whatever
Is
we.
it up there?
Huh?
Is it up there?
Yes.
It's a thicket.
Yeah, well, everything could be moved, could be made, people change their mind, improve it.
Could be what?
Whatever we come up with.
What they gonna,
So with that, go ahead.
I just trying, what they gonna, 0 park there.
Have a point.
They cross the road, they cross the road on this village. You know? So, what the city gonna put there if they push the land for, cause trees are rolling up there.
You got many ideas, what they like to come up with, so that community, the need, maybe that little community center up there. You serve your people great up there. You know, we could be the first community center in the neighborhood.
All right. Any other discussion on it? Being that there's no other discussion, we'll move it to a vote. All in favor of purchasing the property for $100, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed?
No.
In the chair,
Let's
let's do a roll call vote so that way we'll be on it. Just say, we'll start with aye. Well, we're doing voting now, so it ain't no more discussion. We'll start from this side.
Aye.
No.
So,
Yes. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so we got one abstention, 2 yays, 2 nays,
about 3.
3
Doing
nays.
Wilder voted yes.
You voted, okay.
I voted yes.
So, abstain. So 3-2. 3-2 in favor to purchase the property for $100.
You can vote on that one.
I can vote on that?
Yeah.
Because we're a small spender.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I just make sure. No, I'm just processing. All right. Yes. Yes, it did pass. We'll purchase it for $100. On the new business, we have resolution for ACE Economic Development Academy. On, was it last Tuesday, Mr. Sanders? Was it last Tuesday?
Johnny.
ACOP?
Johnny Hancock.
Yes. 2 Tuesdays ago, we had an opportunity to listen to Mr. Johnny Aycock. He's, for lack of better words, an economic guru for the citizens of, or for the citizens of Alabama. He worked in Tuscaloosa real heavy. He recommended that we participate in the ACE Economic Development Academy, which is a program that's hosted by the League of Municipalities to show how improvements could be made in communities. It's something that they're only allowing so many people to come into. I filled out the application after speaking with Mr. Acock, and uh, he said that it would be beneficial. So the resolution is simply going to say that we would be a part of the Alabama Economic Development Academy, and there are Councilman Ball, Councilman uh, Lou, Councilman Wilkins, and Councilman Gillum stated that they would be in favor of participating, as well as myself, would be in favor of participating. I didn't want to, and I also put Mr. Sanders' name on there as the industrial board president, chairman. That's it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of the word. And the also Mr. What's the chamber name? Charlie. I also added Mr. Charlie Wilson, Reverend Charlie Wilson's name on there as well as the principal person on there. So with that being said, I just need approval for us to do it. I did hear some good news today. I got an email because we had to make some things happen. But we did get into this class. So it will start at the beginning of next year. So with that being said, once so with that being said, once the dates get out, I get them, I'll shoot them out to everybody so that way I know I'm kind of prepared for those days. But with that being said, can we get an approval just to say that we will participate in the ACE?
I second that motion.
There's a motion and a second to approve the resolution for the ACE Economic Development Academy. Is there any discussion? All right, if not, all those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Pin the chair, aye. Motion carries. Item number 2, changing our Thanksgiving meeting. And we're gonna alter that with also Christmas meeting. Our Christmas meeting is on December 25th. I'm sure everybody's gonna be opening up gifts and not be under the tree at that time. So with that being said, our cookies and barbecue maybe, I'm not sure. And on Thanksgiving, a lot of people are out of town that Wednesday before, so we would change said meetings to the 22nd, November
25th.
November 25th, and December 22nd. So we'll move council 23rd.
December 23rd.
December 23rd. So December 23rd and November 25th for the 2 meetings. Is there any discussion on that item? Yes, both of those on Mondays at 5 o'clock.
23rd of December.
23rd of December and the 25th. Well, New Year's on 8th. It's on the 8th. So is there any other discussion on that one? All right, if no discussion, I entertain a motion to approve change of Christmas and Thanksgiving meetings to the said date.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? In the chair, ayes have it. Motion carries. Item number 3, land fund account at Bank First. So we recently sold some land to a developer to try to start getting that process of getting the land developed continually. They're in the process of making payments to us, and so they've already written out their check. Their initial check was about $10,000, a little over $10,000, and we need to put that money into an account. I would like to put that into a separate account so that way, in the event that they don't come through with what they said they were going to do, that money would already be set aside for the city to go back and repurchase the property at the same rate, and that way they wouldn't have to look at getting money out of the general fund. Also, all payments that will come from this property will go to that particular account. So it's just it's a formality, but in order to do a new account, I have to bring it before the board. So is there any discussion about that? Any question about that? Right.
Hasn't been.
we'll keep the same one that everybody is unless somebody different wants to be on it. If there's no more discussion, we'll move to a vote to have a land fund account that will be for depositing only for us to go into the from the land purchase. There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second that motion for land fund account.
All right. There's a motion and a second for a land funding receiving only account. Make sure we add it on the receiving only, so that way there's no disbursement that come out of it. All those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Between the chair, the ayes have it, and the motion carries. House demolition on Mobile Road, 111. Yeah. Mobile Road, Adamsville, Alabama 35442. So there is a property on Highway 17 coming into Adamsville on the right. Coming inside of Adamsville to the right before you get to the motel that is abandoned. The city actually was trying to purchase the property, but there was some issues with ownership. So therefore we had to forego that, and we asked the owner or the person who was on the deed to fix up the property. They haven't. We have a process that we have to go through our ordinance that requires us to post the property. You may have drove by it and seen notices in front of it. That just signified that we were. That signified that we were. That signified that we were going through the correct process. We ran it in the paper for 30 days, over 30 days, and so. You had pictures of that in your package, and you saw how there's no floors inside this house, no windows, we boarded up, the city boards it up, and then it gets torn down again. So at this point, we need to demolish this house. How we would go through the demolition process, just for the sake of the people who are watching and who may be here today. If approved tonight, then we will seek tonight for individuals to put in bids for the demolition of that property. Once we receive those bids, we will open those sealed bids after a period of 2 weeks. We'll put it out there for a period of 2 weeks. We'll reopen those bids, even if we got to do a call meeting. And then that way we can go ahead and try to move forward with that process. The owner of that property or owners of that property do have a process that they can go through as well. But we haven't heard from anyone to date, so I don't need to hear from anyone if possible. And then once that bidder gets selected, we'll go with the lowest bidder, and we'll commence with the demolition of that project. So with that being said, is there any discussion about that?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we put it in one by that demolition company? They got so many days, go ahead, don't just knock it down and leave them laying out there. So
Yes.
everybody can run through there and go ahead and get it.
So
So a week or whatever.
yes, sir. So whoever wins the bid, the plan is give them a 30-day notice that they have to complete the job within 30 days.
Right.
And that means they have to clean it up. They have to do all everything that it takes to make it look just like this ground out there.
Okay.
And make it clean. We do have options as far as what we can do to get our money back. Some of those options include selling the property. We can, the city can, I'll make an offer on the property through that selling process, through the sealed bid process. But that is an option. But the first step is to try to get it down, because it's not only an eyesore, but it's also dangerous. What our councilwoman said, that you have kids playing inside of it. And so that's a dangerous haven for kids to play inside it. It's an eyesore. Nobody wants to claim it. So it's time for us to try to do something with it. Any other discussion? All right, I entertain a motion to approve the demolition of the house on 101. All right, there's a motion and a second. All those in favor, let me know by saying aye. Any opposed? opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the motion carries. Yeah, we're gonna try to get it in the paper for Wednesday, and then that way we can write. That's gonna be item number 7. Get on down to it. Number 5, industrial board, industrial development board appointment. Today I have we have a name up for the industrial board development. That's Mr. Turner Oliver, who's with us today. Mr. Oliver has been in the community for many years, operated successful business in many years, and recently retired from out of the school system and the industrial board. I spoke with Mr. Sanders and his team, and they're looking forward to having him be a productive member of their board. So I would like to, as I put his name up, I would like to anybody have any questions that they want to ask him when I'm talking about later before we vote on his appointment to this board.
And we're doing this again because for the committees rolling off?
No, he's not rolling off. He
Or you
resigned.
just- Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. And for after those, we can
All right. Does any Mr. Sanders, did you want to say anything at this time?
happy to work with.
Yes, sir. All right. Does anybody have any? Well, no one has anything else. I entertain a motion to approve Mr. Oliver.
Second.
There's a motion. I'm sorry. There's a motion and a second to approve Mr. Oliver as the on the industrial board. Now we're moving to a vote. All those in favor, let it know by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? In the chair, ayes have it. Motion carries. Item number 6. Congratulations. Item number 6 is the housing authority appointment. The only person this is a reappointment, Mr. Herbert Lavender. He's being reappointed to that requested to be reappointed on that board. So with that being said, and typically our policy is that we want to bring people in who some may not know if they're being reappointed. We know them, then they don't have to come to the meeting. So that's why we ask that you come. But Mr. Lavender is not here tonight. Is there any discussion? If not, let's move into a vote. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I abstain. All
I do
right.
have a question in
Yes.
regards to that, because I got the board pulled up here.
Yes.
So Frederick was gonna roll off October 3rd, 2026.
Which board was on? And then
The
I did you?
national
Yes.
So will that be Turner's
So he'll get
term,
the
or
new.
will he just start
he'll get the new
today,
slot.
or whenever,
He'll get his slot. So October of 20, whenever.
the 4 years?
Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
Good course.
Good question. All right. Accounts payable. Are there any questions about the? Oh, I'm sorry. Item number 7, demolition. Publicized. We need to publicize the demolition. So it doesn't have to be voted on, but I just wanted to be a notice that we are going to publicize that. It is going to go in our newspaper, in the Herald and run it. So Mrs. Dow Jean should be on top of that next tomorrow. All right. Accounts payable. Any questions about the bills as presented to you today? There's no question about the bills. All in favor of approving the bills as presented, let it be known by saying aye. Any opposed? The opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the motion carries. Item number, police department. All right. On November the 19th, we're going to be doing we're going to have PHI present. The Adamsville Police Department going to be present. They're going to be doing something. They're going to be a meet and greet, shaking hands, and saying hey. But PHI is the real deal on what we're trying to get to be there because we have how many? We got 3. We got 3 helicopters currently. Really 2. Was it PHI and
Please, hey.
Airback?
Those are the main 2 for this area.
Right.
He doesn't have rounds, but they Birmingham, but they like the bad.
And so the key is try to get people to pay that $65, pay that $35, so that way your whole household can be covered, because a $50,000 bill for a helicopter is not high. The two companies, you're gonna have to buy them separately, so you can't get them. One from PHI is not gonna cover AirVac, and AirVac is not gonna cover PHI. I tried to reach out to AirVac to get them to come on the 19th as well, but I ain't been able to do it yet. But we'll get that paperwork and sign it and try to turn it in, because $120 is cheaper than $50,000 for a flight if your insurance is not gonna cover it. So they'll be here from 4 to 6 on the 19th, from 4 to 6.
Where?
On the 19th here. It is in FCI.
I-
And so we'll put it out and try to get folks to sign up. And again, it's not free. It is discounted for senior citizens, but it's not free. But it's cheaper than a helicopter ride. What you about to say, Chief?
It's a dire need, even if it's not, if we can't get the turnout on that day, we need to really push it due to the problem that we had with our medical. We're looking into me and the chief been talking about something getting set up maybe for the community to get some training in some areas, so you know what to do in case of an emergency. Number one thing I push is make sure you got gas in your vehicle just in case. So get in the car and take them on to the hospital. We gas.
Cut the glasses on and get the ticket later. We can do a ticket, but saving your life is more important. So,
Yeah.
So anyway, with that being said, move on. Street park, we don't have anything on that. We did have a request about through Napa, over by Napa, and right there in between Napa and going across, there's a bad spot. We were actually gonna put some asphalt in that hole, but we were advised from the state because it's a culvert, it's a culvert or something that's down there, and that they wanted to look at it. So we're gonna give them a shot to look at it. If they don't look at it in the next week or two, we're gonna put some asphalt in, or some cold patch, and then let them figure it out, because it's bad when you bop down in that hole, and everybody's there.
We need a hole in our sign or something there.
Yeah, but I know it's just gonna get run over. But we can put
I
something.
mean, I don't mean
The
maybe
big-
there, but something.
To show,
Something
right.
Somewhere.
Right. So we can. So we will. That might be some good thing to do. Put a cone out there.
Where
Over there by Napa. On the right side, right.
Let it call when the
Clarify,
bus
it's
come out.
right in the middle of the road. And I don't mean put a cone on top of it.
Right.
It would get right.
Yeah.
Because people are running over the hole, that it's visible. They would run over the hole.
I think this stop sign,
Just stop sign and go to God's sign. And you'll run over it.
So like I said, we'll do what we can on it. Like I said, we're small, so that's a big project, but we'll see what happens. So
Come in on that.
yes, sir.
Okay. I know it's hard, state and everybody,
Yes, sir.
but we need to, as policemen in our city, it's for safety. It's danger. Call for, Councilwoman, Bill, I'm sitting down, watch the other night, what they're doing with the car, instead of trying to miss that hole, they're squaring that hole. So I mean, if you're gonna square a hole, you're gonna have to go to one side, lean in more than the other side, is that right? So you lean in more to that side, when you make that right turn, come from, Piggly Wiggly, then you choose to go over, because they trying to square the hole, people hit it. And that means the car is really get out of the lane.
It's in the middle of the road. I mean, if the car turns right and comes to the left a little bit, they're gonna hit it, vice versa.
We'll show you after
I'll
council.
cook him and I'll go show you.
Yeah, we'll do that after council.
We can go watch the traffic.
Yeah. Fire department, you got anything? Okay, I got you. All right. The only thing I do want to say on our fire department is this, as they go out on the call now, we have a medical call that I figured that's what it is. We're in the process of updating our ordinance. The new ordinance that we're once we have a read of it, because we don't have the actual read. We will be requiring burn permits to be issued first before you bid. Those permits will be $5 and they will go to the fire department. The reason for the permits is because this year we've had a number of fires that have gotten out of control. That started off small, not necessarily all in Adamsville, a lot of them on the outskirts. But in order to thwart that, and then also in order to control what's burning, and people don't have to call and see, hey, what's going on with burning or this or that. That will be in effect once that ordinance is passed. That includes leaves. There's whatever it is that you burn, you'll have to get a permit for it. And so it's already something on the books that says that you're supposed to have that. And there's already a fine currently that's on the books that says that we may be in the process of revamping that. The first offense currently has it listed as $150 for the first offense, and it's $500, I think, for the second offense. That's already on the books. But it's something that we're going to start enforcing. We may put a warning for the first offense and then go into that second offense. That depends on how it's rated. But it is already on the books. So please, ma'am, please, sir, be on the lookout for that. And before you burn, still let us know. We would appreciate it because it helps us identify what's going on, especially when people see smoke and get afraid. Yeah, so they can also so what the process will be is the councilman, you can let your council member know, hey, I want to burn something, and then they can go out and look at it and scope it out, or you call the city hall and they can scope it out for chief or one of the staff members to scope it out, and then they will issue you a burn permit, and then you will have X amount of days in order to burn it. And that's kind of how that'll roll.
Just wondering, this is one of the questions we were talking about Monday. You said within certain days you have to burn. Just, it's not just that will also be the ordinance.
Right.
It's not going to discuss
No,
Monday, but it will be.
Right, that'll be in the permit. You will have a time frame
Yeah.
that you'll have to
You
burn.
have to get it a couple days before you do.
We said we're talking around 7 days. 7 days. All right. Chamber, on the chamber side, December the 10th. That's when the parade is. The Aliceville Christmas Parade and the Christmas tree lighting. We are changing the location for where the Christmas tree is. It's gonna be over here, right? Instead of in the back. We're still gonna do all our stuff in the back, but the tree gonna be over here, over behind us, so that way people can see it off Highway 14 versus being behind the what's called it. So that is the only change that I know of this year. Also, we'll be announcing the winner of our ACE poster contest. We got an opportunity to take that to all the schools, the local schools, and we're gonna go to Pickens Academy and go once that gets coordinated, so we can let the Aliceville kids know that they participate in that. There's a $200 reward or prize for first place, $100 for second place, and $50 for third place. And no older people or seasoned folks can't apply. It's K through K through 12, and it's a poster board contest, and it's called Your Aliceville. So, and as long as you got Your Aliceville on the poster, you can participate. It's just your vision of what Aliceville or our kids' vision of what Aliceville could be, or what they want it to be, or what they would like to see. Somebody told me they wanted Chick-fil-A, and somebody said a beach, and somebody else said something else. So it was a lot of stuff. So that was museum. Oh, Parks and Rec. I'm sorry. Tuesday, Thursday.
We will have workout dance classes now on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. So the first 30 minutes is like a 20-minute workout, and then at 7 o'clock it'll be a 45-minute workout. Yes, sir. It is free.
Yeah, well, that's great. Thank you. And that's God.
No, it's gonna be here.
Thank you.
All right. Museum. Yesterday they had a museum report, so it was good that we had that, or not report, but a Veterans Day program. We had a phenomenal speaker who was a local guy, Mr. Richardson, Captain Richardson.